Let's say, hypothetically, your name is Kenneth, and from an earlier conversation today, you're looking for a way to add more hard drive space so you can download Need for Speed Heat to play online with me tomorrow. Hypothetically. First thing I recommend doing is opening up your Start menu, clicking on that gear for settings, and going to Apps. This is where we can go to uninstall some apps that Microsoft either put on there for no good reason, or we forgot we had in the first place. I like to sort by install date, and just go through here. If there's anything you don't want, like, 80 gigs of Forza Horizon 4. This happens to be my mom's TV computer, and she does not play many video games where objects move in 3 dimensions. So just go through, uninstall stuff that you don't need. For instance, my mom does not need a frame rate counter. If you see stuff and you don't know what it is, like Microsoft Redistributable, probably best to leave it alone. Once you've done that, go ahead and X out. Open up a file browser. You can hold the Windows key and press E, and go to This PC. Right-click on your C drive and choose Properties. Now we have Disk Cleanup, where we ask Windows to get rid of the stuff that no one asked for in the first place. Windows Updates. Click over to the tab that says More Options and choose Clean Up. Here we have a bunch of boxes we can check, like Windows Update Cleanup. We don't need it to keep the installer for the Windows updates that have already been installed. Nor do we need delivery optimization files, which is saved copies of the update installers for it to distribute to other Windows machines on your home network. Now the recycle bin, if you have anything in there, you should probably go through and check those files individually in your recycle bin. Now, your downloads folder. Chances are you have a lot in your downloads folder that you don't need, such as installers for programs that are already installed. On my mom's computer, we freed up a gig just by getting rid of installers. Do note that you'll have to go back and clear out the recycle bin again. So far, we've cleared out 8 gigs of storage. Another thing you can do to find large folders you can get rid of is use WinDirStat. It does a really nice job of scanning all the folders and showing you, with graphics, where all the big files are so that you can easily identify and delete stuff you no longer need. So here we can see this blue stuff is files for Cyberpunk 2077. And as we click on the big blocks, it shows us which file that is. And if we click on that folder, it outlines the whole chunk. That's right, a quarter of all the storage space on my parents' computer is just Cyberpunk. Another quarter is Divinity Original Sin, another game. And if we keep looking, we find more and more games taking up large chunks of my parents' computer. So I'm just going to keep clicking around till I find stuff I can delete. Now these 2 periwinkle ones are the Hibernate file and the Page file. You do not want to mess with those if you like having a computer that turns on. If you want to free up some space on your C drive, that's a good way to get started. Something Steam does a pretty good job of is you can sort your games by multiple attributes. So if we sort by how much space they take up on the computer, we could find some game that takes up a lot of space that really isn't played that much anymore, and uninstall it. And for those of you whose name is not hypothetically Kenneth, hopefully you learned something else as well. Check out this playlist over here for other useful computer speedy up information, and I'll see you in the next one.